Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Hope we're all having a great day and we're all doing well. First and foremost, I'd like to wish everyone a happy new year. Hopefully this year is a lot better than the previous two, and I hope you all stay happy and healthy throughout it. So what we have for this video is another incredible concept by the insanely talented Zeman95. Before we even continue with this, be sure to check them out on their Twitter, their YouTube, on their Patreon even. Go show them as much support as possible. So if you guys have never seen anything from a Zeman before, basically they make really high quality edits and concepts for Rainbow Six Siege, whether it comes to operator reworks or map reworks or just new features altogether. They actually have influenced Ubisoft quite a bit as well, and they actually were offered a job with Ubisoft. And the reason why I'm saying this is a lot of people kind of say that, oh, Ubisoft are just copying their ideas for free, or why don't Ubisoft hire this person? Zeman actually came out and said that Ubisoft actually did offer them a position, but they couldn't take it due to where they are situated. So I'm just saying that before you guys go comment, oh, why doesn't Ubisoft just hire this person? Or especially when it comes to map reworks, Ubisoft actually take a lot of the map reworks from Zeman's ideas. So for example, the border rework seems to be heavily inspired by Zeman's concept for a border rework. So just keep it in mind that this person has a lot of influence over Ubisoft. Obviously, they don't make the decisions, and Ubisoft don't have to follow them at all. But their concepts are that high quality, and the ideas are that good that Ubisoft actually, kind of take a page from their book. So what Zeman has brought us this time is an insanely cool concept for a new spawn point for attackers. This spawn point would bring in a 30-second delay, however, when starting a round, but would also prevent you from getting spawn peaked. So what this spawn point would actually be is a helicopter ride to the top of the roof of any map. This would add a brand new spawn point for the attackers, obviously, since it would place them on the roof. It would also, like I said, prevent spawn peaks because you're not having to go in line of windows when you come at the spawn. You're going to be on top of the roof where defenders cannot see you. And as well as this, it could be used in a lot of strats. For example, if you are a player who likes to drone people in when the round starts, rather than you just sitting in your spawn waiting the whole time, you could take a helicopter ride to the top of the roof, so it has a little delay, but that whole time you'll be on your cam droning a teammate in, so by the time you're done droning, you're actually already on top of the roof. Of course, the reason why Zeman probably put like a 30-second delay on this is because if you could just spawn instantly on the roof with no delay, then everyone would do that. Like, think of Cafe Dostoevsky. If you could just spawn on the roof the moment the prep phase ends, everyone would just drop down the hatches and skylights straight away and just rush the round. So I think a 30-second delay is actually really fair here. You are basically immune to spawn peaks. You are, yes, getting a 30-second delay, but that would probably still be the same amount of time it takes you to walk from a normal spawn point to rappel all the way to the top of the roof. And you could spend that whole time droning a teammate in, meaning by the time you're finished droning, you'd be on top of the roof, whereas now, by the time you're finished droning, you're still all the way back at the beginning of your spawn. And I guess you could say this is also a lot more in line with the original E3 demo of Rainbow Six all those years ago, before even the alpha of the game was out. Very, very early build of Siege, where it wasn't even gameplay, it was actually a cinematic to replicate gameplay, and the attackers actually all spawned on a helicopter on the roof. It was actually on a house. So this could be something like that. And even as I'm talking about it right now, the more and more I think of this helicopter spawn, I think it works perfectly. Like, I don't want to sound like a broken record here, and I know I'm saying the same things here, but that is literally perfect for the people who want to avoid spawn peaks, and Ubisoft have said they are kind of looking into spawn peaks in the game. One of the first stages of that is making vault cams and stuff not being able to be placed outside, but this would be a massive thing, to change spawn peaks. It wouldn't require them to then change all the spawns in every map. However, there is some spawns on some maps which don't really need a rework, but I think the spawns need a rework, if that makes sense. So I hope they do kind of look at a lot of spawns on maps that are fine map-wise, but I don't think they've got great spawn points. I think they should just go through every map and look at that. Just make spawns a bit more, covered, I think, especially on like Consulate and stuff. But this would be a massive feature there that if they added this, they wouldn't even need to do all that stuff. They could just make it a roof spawn and say, look, are you tired of getting spawn peaked? You can now do this. Basically immune to spawn peaks, there's a 30-second delay. However, you are going on top of the map, and you'll still be able to drone in for everyone else. Really good for support players, I think. And yeah, I think it just worked perfectly in the game. And it's one of those things which we're thinking about now going into year 7, and it's like, why is this not in the game? I'm not saying like that in a bad way. I'm not saying like, why have you not done this, Ubisoft? But it's like, this works so well. Why haven't we thought of this sooner? I know a lot of people have thought of this, but you know, this is really, you know, building that up and bringing a lot more people into the concept. And honestly, would you be down with this happening? I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be something I'd like quite a bit. Of course, maybe it wouldn't work on every map. Favela, for example, you can get to the roof like in 10 seconds from a spawn. Fortress, you can maybe get spawn peeked from the roof, because defenders can actually get to the roof on Fortress. So, you know, if you're in a helicopter and you're 30 seconds into the round already, they're probably already up there and they're anticipating that. So maybe it wouldn't work on some maps, but the more, you know, competitive maps like Consulate and Cafe and Clubhouse, for example, I think it will work really well on that. So yeah, that's another incredible concept by Zeman95. I will have all their links in the description so you can go support them, check them out, you know, everything. Go show them love, because as you can see from this video, they are insanely good at what they do. And it's also just a great concept, which I can 100% get behind. So yeah guys, have an incredible rest of your day. I love you all. Stay safe. Peace.